Today is the 21st day of April, and 35 years is a long time. I voted for Hubert as a PLP, my first time ever voting. PLP, Independent, and F&M. And that didn't benefit me one day. Far as Kai concerned, this is how I see it, it didn't benefit Abaco. You imagine you have a prime minister for 3 terms, brag about Cooperstan and Abaco being his home, but he never spent any time with us. You imagine going 5, 10, 15 years without a town meeting, not sitting down with us. Then you hear him on TV like has some concern. That's because he had the pastors in his back pocket and the rest in his front pocket, and they there. Hubert reign was out of fear. They feared him. Opposition feared him. Independent feared him. Abaco feared him. Whatever he did was like God speak. Even today, people prefer me to talk bad about God than Hubert. Cooperstan. They hear me talking what they perceive to be bad. They hate that. But if they hear somebody bashing the Christ child, that's okay. Just not Hubert. That is the mentality that he left all those years. And when I saw Hubert in Cooperstan campaigning with Darren and saying on national TV, I didn't know that he had any political aspiration. Of course he didn't, especially for Abaco. Darren never lived among us for 35 years. That's 35 Hubert was there, 35 Darren weren't there. And then people believe this foolishness that Hubert ain't helping because Dr. Minnis doesn't allow him to. That's foolishness, Abaco. Look at all those NGOs that came inside there. Just look at in Dunderstown. All them brutes that came from Nassau with the heavy equipment. You think the Prime Minister know they were coming? No. They saw opportunity. Hubert don't mean to help unless he is going to benefit it. To hell with y'all not Abaco and Abaconians. I see him the other day, had one fellow from that's helping out in the school in Cooperstan. Hubert been there 35 years. He been Prime Minister longer than anybody living today. He knows all the numbers to call. He just refused to. He want Minister fail and hope that Bahamian people will beg him to come back. But that will never, ever happen. The Bahamian people will never, ever beg Hubert Ingram to come back. So he could take that out of his head. That big head he got there, that's what he's thinking. He hoping that we all suffer. He's always been a selfish man. And if Hubert want to help, he just got to make the calls. And help would be there. But I knew who he was, you know. You imagine, there's a school in Nassau that Hubert built. And that is the most beautiful school. The school has a gymnasium enclosed in it. I went there one time with somebody to pick up a passport. You had to pick up your passport there. I said, I walk around like I'm in a daze. This place is so beautiful. I say, which government built this? This is perfect for North Abaco. Said, Hubert built this. Man, I tear it up, you know, I get so emotional. I said, Hubert built this? And he bragged about Cooperstan. 35 years, world, Bahamas, Abaco. Cooperstan has the worst high school in the Bahamas on the Hubert Ingram watch. He built all around the Bahamas. On the last stages, he threw an airport at us, and God made it so that he couldn't even open it. Biggity. Everything in his last year, while the economy was not good, But when the economy was blooming, he did nothing. You imagine having international Olympics gold medal stars from Cooperstown? Hubert left Abaco with not one track. I supported Hubert because I was president of the Abaco Basketball Association for 10 years. And my dream while president was to make sure that there's a gymnasium. I made countless and countless trips to Nassau to get that big head man to please put one gym in Abaco. We don't care where you put it. We drive to Sandy Point to play basketball. We drive to Treasury. We drive to Cooperstown. We'll drive anywhere. We just want to build the elements and have an opportunity for our kids, like everywhere else, to have a scholarship to improve themselves. Look at the Sunland basketball team that just won U Campbell. 8 of the players, the starters, are from Abaco. They had to leave home to go to Grand Bahama to play in a safe environment and to get some notoriety so maybe they could get a college education free because of their athletic ability. Hubert denied all Abaco that. Still denying. He still got the numbers. Look all he's done for Bakers Bay. And I keep thinking about Bakers Bay. Kai went to jail because of Bakers Bay. The workers at Bakers Bay would knock me down when they come off the dock, wouldn't say hi to me. They live in the same community. Because I was saying that Bakers Bay is wrong to the workers. Bakers Bay for 12 years wouldn't put those people in a taxi, didn't have a taxi plate. For 12 years, Bakers Bay run an illegal entity, didn't have a ferry license, operating $160 a person. The normal fee to Guanakee is $20 a person. Bakers Bay was charging their guests $160, had no ferry license, had no taxi license. A matter of fact, they didn't even license their bus, didn't have a disc on their car for 12 years. Didn't electrify. They had their own electric company in Bakers Bay. God knows what they were charging those people. See, those people were wealthy. Everything was a tax write-off. Bakers Bay was so lucrative, they were bringing people in to live in their house. Anybody that weren't black could have lived in Bakers Bay. You know what they're paying them? $60,000 a year to keep their house open. They will come like a month of the year. The other time, these Asians, foreign people would live there, work there, and getting $60,000 for just opening the house to house sit. I tried to bring that to the forefront. Darren Henfield and the cronies got together, locked me up, throw away the key, because all I was doing is trying to educate. And guess who was right and who was wrong? Bakers Bay sent everybody packing. All the money that they have made, all the duty-free that they collected on behalf of the people, they didn't give their workers nothing. Everybody is now back to square one. They're calling me now. Don't call me, call Jesus. He's the one that died for you. When I tried, I was the black sheep. Now, who's the black sheep? Or y'all voting for Kai? Kai ain't got nothing. Kai this, Kai that. You're wasting your vote. Now, where's Darren Henfield? And when last you seen Renato Curry? When, oh when, 8 months in the worst time of our life, you set Hubert up as a demigod. He can make the call. Hubert been getting $200,000 a pop for signing the deeds for the property while he was prime minister. No other lawyer could get that deal. Look at this government. The first deal that the prime minister did, him and Brent Simonet, the two richest members of parliament in this country, sit down and self-dealt themselves a contract. $25 million. They took Albury's Ferry wasn't getting near that amount. They negotiate while members of parliament, ministers in the F&M government, a $25 million contract, send 18 of Abaco workers home. Y'all remember that? And minister said yesterday, where's your heart? Where's your soul? Where's your compassion? Well, Mr. Prime Minister, where is your heart? Where is your soul? Where is your compassion for the workers of Albury's Ferry that were paying mortgage? You, sir, and Brent Simonet made sure send 18 of them home by self-dealing yourself a contract from Baker's Bay. That's why God had to step in, and he's still stepping in, because this government started those wrong, and God made ugly, but he don't like it. Where's the compassion now, Mr. Prime Minister, for Abaco 4,000 people? You open this food thing to make sure that people get fed in Nassau. What about Abaco? Nassau has just experienced this for 1 month. We have been experiencing hunger, lack of work, destruction for some 8 months, Mr. Prime Minister, most honorable Prime Minister. Where's your compassion? Where's your heart? Where's your soul for Abaco? One island that's being devastated. Haven't heard from you, nor Darren Henfield, 8 months in. Kai case, I'm just reminding you guys that this government never cared for you.